Welcome back to another transforming video. This time we are probably in for the longest video I've done in a minute with Transforming 86 Devastator. And without a doubt, this was absolutely the most frustrating video to make. I think the raw footage for this video ended up being like 20 minutes long. I gotta say, of the combiners we've gotten since the beginning of Legacy, at least the full-sized combiners, this is probably my least favorite to actually flip back and forth. It's not even necessarily like the arms and legs being in the issue, it's the torso itself. The torso has a lot of locking points already, it's just that they aren't strong enough to really hold the torso together well. One of the reasons the raw footage was like 20 minutes long was because I had to keep going in and reattaching Hook to long haul. Once you finally get all the attachments done, it's solid enough, but it definitely needed just one or two more to really lock things in place. Another reason I would say he's the weakest is he's probably the least hindered in terms of articulation. He does have quite a bit of articulation, it's just that because of how bulky and back heavy he is, you can't really get him in too dynamic of a pose. You also have things like the fact that his waist swivel can only go so far, his elbows don't even get a full 90 out of him, and it just leads to him being very difficult to get into a natural looking pose. Cue all the people coming in, well, at least he's a real combiner instead of the stupid frame ones. Ignoring the fact that Devastator, by their own definition, would never have at any point been a real combiner because he has always used extra parts to form the combine mode in some capacity. I'm not even really saying I dislike this figure, it's just that when you look at him compared to Superion, or you look at him compared to Minosaur, you can clearly tell that the frame combiners are more solid, more posable, and overall just a more fun experience to flip back and forth. The frame combiner method also leads to the individual robots being a lot less compromised. Seriously, go through all the videos where I review the Constructicons. My biggest complaints with them are that they are very boring to mess with, and they don't pose the best. Why does Long Haul not have a waist swivel despite the fact that there's plenty of room for it? The proportions on Bone Crusher and Scavenger looking like toddlers. The other thing I really think kinda hinders these guys is the fact that they tried to get them all released within the same year. Doing that is partially the reason I think Long Haul and Hook were packed in as commanders. I just kinda think if they had taken their time and released these guys within the 2-year span like they did for Minosaur, it likely would have led to better individual figures overall. Overall, he's still a very solid combiner. He has nice articulation, feels relatively solid once you actually do get things locked into place. I just wish there was a little bit more to him than just the standard Devastator fare.